Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming. Welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources. So it's a public mod Monday. Today we have Polish train station, more of them, Romanian buildings, and refineries. Refinery, that is. Right, we have around 30 mods released in the last 7 days. There's 8 of them here in this video and a beautiful map, so hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy this, but go and check out our mods. There are quite few nice maps released in the last 7 days. Right, let's go with the elephant in the room and the oil refinery 1930s by Jutland or Jutland. The refinery for your 5-year plan is here. Installations are inspired by the photos of Soviet refineries in Baku and other regions expanded or funded during 1930s. Requires oil, coal, electricity to operate. Hires 465 workers, 465. Production is, we're gonna cover that. Consumption is, we're gonna cover that. Has many connections and plus 3 cargo parking spaces. Okay, so problems. It's really expensive. It's really expensive. This is the thing I have against it. I thought it's gonna be like, since it's 1930s, it's gonna be more affordable, but I'm gonna compare it, unless something changed in the game, I'm gonna compare it to the rest of the models. I expected it to be a little bit more affordable, but as Jutland does, it's a beautiful refinery, beautiful building. You can see that coal is involved in the production. We're gonna cover that in a second. Other than that, price tag. We're gonna go and double check it straight away. The price tag of the refinery is 1 million rubles, so that's really expensive. I think it could be twice the price of the vanilla one, so it's not a cheaty mod. It's something, if you're gonna have, you're gonna pay dearly for it. 270,000 rubles is vanilla one. Okay, I expected vanilla to be a little bit bigger, but no, this one is actually bigger than vanilla. But what about production, I hear you say? So this one needs 250 tons of oil to produce 125 tons of fuel and 75 tons of bitumen, and you have 50 tons of waste, which is not even... It's hazardous waste and mixed waste that you get as waste. Anyway, the 1930s refinery requires same amount of oil, you get less fuel, less bitumen, and consumes coal at the same time as well. Pollution is 17 tons, which is half the pollution of vanilla one. So this is an interesting concept, something different, something I believe even Novo was experimenting with adding and retracting some of the production chain, and it is realistic. I mean, even if you make a refinery that creates coal, or in this case would be the coke, I think, can be made here, or even separately made from bitumen or fuel, separate from, anyway, coke could be a product of production of oil as well, but here you need coal to actually produce it. So it's really interesting. So it's expensive, it's more difficult to operate than vanilla one, and it's bigger. So it's not really, even though it's 1930s, it's not really simpler mode for you. It's more difficult, but also with its own challenges. It comes with the beauty of it. Anyway, more details, link in the description of the video. Right, Mr. Wizard, Mr. Novo. The historic windmill, the classic wood and brick windmill design, dates back to 15th century, currently not operational, and can only be used as a museum or a monument at a power plant version with animation. Many thanks to the Marius for getting the animation sorted. Yeah, so thank you, Marius. Marius is also a non-modder in the community, so thank you, Marius, for helping with everything here. As you can see here, we have 3 ones. This one is the one of 5 megawatts of power. Yeah, it's minuscule amount of power, 5 megawatt, 1 megawatt hours of power. It's 0.08 megawatts. It's just because of the, if it needs to be used. Unfortunately, I'm not using electricity anywhere, but this one spins. So we have the museum one that is a tourist attraction, and then we have the windmill monument here that gives plus 1% government loyalty, which is quite realistic. So if you want to have your Spains with Don Quixote, or you have your Netherlands with their water pumping windmills. Definitely is gonna make it prettier for you. But about the price tag, I hear say, hey, let's check the monument one. As you can see here, it's 3,000 rubles, 2% monument. It's more expensive than vanilla ones with a similar statistics. So yeah, it's not a cheaty mod at all. A really beautiful model, as Novo usually does. More details, link in the description of the video. Terek Tech and the large corrugated warehouse. Dear comrades, this is a large warehouse made of corrugated steel, functions both as a normal warehouse and as open source storage, holds 2,500 tons of normal cargo, 500 tons of open space. Is that realistic? I don't know, we'll see. Contains 3 non-blocking loading docks for cargo vehicles, inspired by a real distribution office in Sweden. Best regards, Terek. Okay, so this is a big warehouse, I have to say. Terek released a couple of mods and they look quite promising and nice. 2,500 tons, is it too big? Let's compare the size-wise and price-wise with the other ones. So we're gonna go for the warehouse itself, 67,000, that's quite pricey. 1,600 tons of crops, that's not that much, I have to say. 500 tons of steel. So it has open storage. I think this is collision free. Let's just double check this. Yeah, as you can see, collision free parking space, so that's why grass is coming through it. So you're gonna have to put some blocks. You can do it here in the monuments, and you can put the below to remove the grass, so visually it's gonna look a little bit more appealing, but hey ho. Capacity wise, let's check this. 1,600 tons of crops. Let's compare it to some vanilla. Oh yeah, quote unquote vanilla, you know, the ones that are now vanilla and they were made to negate the need for modded structures. So let's see. There are these ones. This is the bigger one, vanilla one, which is external ropes one with a similar capacity size. Actually, I'm kind of for it because it's a higher. It looks like it's a higher capacity. It's a bigger building. Price-wise, is it more expensive? It's more expensive. So definitely not a cheaty mod. Welcome, Terek. It's really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your mods. This is really beautiful building. It's something I think I'm gonna be using myself. Link in the description of the video. Okay, we have the project of the 3 motor shrubs and Jutland and Uzek with the village and town train stations. I think they're beautiful models. I think a little bit on a clean side. The walls look a little bit too clean, even though it looks like there was an effort to make it a little bit dirty under the windows, you know, like with the rain and water accumulation. But they're a little bit clean. Other than that, they look absolutely gorgeous. They're PKP or Polish railroad stations. We have some of them of suburban stations for your public transport needs. We have big stations with 2 platforms, and we have big stations with island platform as well. So altogether, I believe there's 8 of them, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Let's see the price tag on these bad boys first. So we have from the 10,000 rubles, we have 1,000 rubles. That will be the smaller one. Let's see the smallest one. Smallest one is it this one? No, the smallest one would be this one here. Smallest one is 600 rubles, but this is literally just an elevated platform where passengers can load and unload. So that's definitely comparable to vanilla ones. Let's double check, and we have the for citizens 5,000 rubles, 12,000 rubles for the big ones. So yeah, it's competitive with the price, not a cheating mod at all. More details, link in the description of the video. Right, Bilman 007 and Romanian buildings. We have the description present you residential houses from the city of Ploiesti, Romania. These houses were built between 1970s and 1976. Addition to Ploiesti, these buildings were built in other cities in Romania. Original houses are monolithic, but in the game they are brick. So pack includes following projects, blah blah blah. You have more details, 88, 88, and 88. Oh, quality, sorry. 93, 186, and 186 tenants. You can see here double buildings are 186. Oh, okay, they look like a separate buildings. I mean, I know they are separate buildings, like, you know, there's just wall. actually, yeah, I don't know which I like the most. Do I want to do it myself, connecting them, or do I want some infrastructure that comes with them? I think they both look really, really nice. I'm definitely keeping these, and I'm gonna be using them. The models like walls are absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Roof, absolutely. I love how they look like. I like the design, I like the color, I like that they have balconies, big balconies as well, and I believe that they are quite realistic in capacity for people. What about the living space, I hear you ask? Living space wise, the smaller one was in the middle here. We have 13,000 rubles. That's competitive. 93 people. 93 people, that would be here. More expensive than vanilla. That's not cheaty. We can check the bigger 186, 27,000 rubles. I can tell you straight away that original vanilla buildings are not that expensive, so that means it's not a cheaty mod. You're gonna pay a little bit more for these mods, but you're definitely getting the quality, definitely better models than the vanilla one. For more details, link in the description of the video. Train station and ROPS 074, passenger train station based on a real building in Koszalin, Poland. Comes with two versions, with 2 and with 4 rail connections. They serve 2,000 4,000 passengers respectively. Another beautiful mod from ROBS. It comes with the skins as well. I think the building looks quite similar. Yeah, it's just an amount of railroad, rail lines or stops for the trains, how many it has. It's the only difference between them. This is 4,000, obviously. This is 2,000 capacity. What about the price? We already checked some of the railroads from before. These look quite expensive. ROBS usually puts realistic price to these ones. We can just double check to be on a safe side. We have the one here. That would be 4,000, 135,000 rubles, and the smaller one, 24,000. So yeah, more than vanilla, so definitely not a cheating mod. Link in the description of the video. And the pinnacle, the central, no, it's just a Ministry of the State Assets. Ministerstwo Aktywów Państwowych. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this, Polish people. Hopefully Miss is not watching, so there we go. By Dr. Lopez. This building represents the Ministerstwo Aktywów Państwowych, building in the Ministry District of the Warsaw, which deals with the state assets, communication and management of the minerals. Constructed between 1949 and 1950 during the rebuild of Warsaw. It stands on the corner of the intersection. Okay, you have more details. Functions as a city hall for 200 workers. Okay, criticism. Looks too clean. No, actually it's not. Maybe the whites look a little bit on a clean side. I don't know. I think I wanted to criticize it for something, but I don't know what. Garages. Yeah, garages are horrible. Maybe the yard is not so nice. I think something should be here, like a green field, like a grass and a couple of trees or something. I don't know what's in there in realistic. Probably smoking area or something. But yeah, I think it looks really nice. I think it is a little bit bright, I have to say. And that's it. Maybe I don't like bright colors because of the gray blocks that I usually enjoy, but 3D models of the windows of everything is absolutely flawless. Okay, flawless. Let's go and check out how it compares to the vanilla ones. We have CD hall here, 30,000 rubles. It's way bigger. I'm gonna expect it's really, really pricey. 300,000. It's pricey as hell. So yeah, definitely not a cheaty building. Huge one. 190 workers work here. So absolutely beautiful building. Anyway, more details in the description of the video. Right, 3-frame, or sorry for butchering your name. It's FR4M3. It's F-frame. Anyway, Новокузнецк. That's me butchering the Russian language. Sorry about that. I think it's Новокузнецк. Привет, друзья. Iskal card. Okay, I'm not gonna be butchering its description, only in Russian, so I'm gonna skip that because I'm just gonna be embarrassing myself. So looks like this is Novokuznetsk, city of Novokuznetsk. We have a border crossing here. That's a giant one. That's a big one. Oolykee is not a fan. We have, oh, the good one is over here. So we have a border crossing over there as well. Let's check out the map itself. I think it should be realistic location. It's the Usti, or the conjunction or the two rivers into one, and it looks that it's quite navigable. Just in case, you can always make it a little bit deeper, but I think the water here should be navigable for most part. So if you want to use boats, this is perfect opportunity. We have 1, 2, 3 NATO border crosses to the north, and we have plenty of border crosses all around here. Now, resources. This is no, it's not interesting. It's a lot of resources. So we have a lot of coal close to the border crossing. It's quite decent. We have a lot of iron. We have a lot of oil, especially near this NATO border in the north, and then we have uranium centrally located and aluminium near the river side. I think it's a really great map. I love it. I love the design of the map. The resources will not be too challenging, but still, if you like challenge, maybe not for you, but if you don't, definitely beautiful map to check it out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, description of the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.